Hey guys, here is the second of the great rooms. And looking around the garage workshop, this is actually kind of the last fan that's going to get tested in a while. I guess it depends when you're seeing this video. Everything else that is here is either a project that's going to need some parts or some work or something like that, or it's new in box. And I mean, I obviously we test new in box stuff, but it's less of a priority. So after this, I don't know what we're going to test next. Um, I do have one industrial that I've been waiting to test for metal Pete. If I don't see metal Pete by the time I need more content, then maybe I'll throw it up there, and we can always test it again with metal Pete. But that's actually ironically still in my car. I should take it out. Um, and then looking around here, so unless I buy some more fans between now and when I record my next test video, it's either going to be, that or some of the stuff in here um, that is a project, in which case I'll have to do some work on it before it's time to test it. I'm looking, there's a couple original projects, couple new tones, couple Fascos. So we'll see. But I just thought that was interesting because I was talking to Pete and Rick, like, what fans should I test while you guys are not here? And Rick was like, well, just, save any SMCs and Emersons. And, Pete's like, well, save the industrials. And I was like, okay, well, I'll do anything that's not either of those things. And there really isn't much. Like I said, there's plenty, but then I gotta, like, either put it on the workbench and do some serious work or find parts or both. So we'll see what happens next. There's plenty here that really, there's plenty here that I can work on. It's just a matter of taking a load to the barn before before I can really start any big projects, because I need the space to kind of dig through the parts and find what we need. Okay, so you guys heard the story of the great room in the first video. This is the second one. Flywheel is not quite as good a shape on this one, so I hope it'll last through the video. But otherwise, this one, again, the bearings didn't need anything. It seems to be in really good shape. Let's put it on low. I've decided I'm going to use the calculator this time. I could normally do math in my head, but like trying to concentrate on multiple things at the same time and do math in my head is not always my gift. Nice, slow, low speed. It's about 180. I don't remember what the last one was. 36. Let me try it again and just see if it gets up to speed a little more, because that's a little bit less than the last one was. Oh yeah, now it's up. Now it's up to like 220. Yep, exactly the same as the last one. And I bet you this will be too. Yep. Medium. Up close, I like these even more. Thought occurs, if we wanted to get really specific about matching factory speeds, we could use the tachometer for that. It would be more accurate. 600. I think that's exactly what the other one was. Yep, 120. Yep, exactly the same as the other one. It was a little more current draw than the other one. Power factor is the same. Probably a capacitor tolerance difference. $980. Just under 200, which seems correct. Yeah, I'm looking over here. There's those two J.C. Penney's that are probably going to go in youth center. Just got to get blades for them. We already tested the old jack. We already tested the original. We already tested the Zephyr. Already tested the iFan. Here's another new tone friction drive that I could convert. Already tested the Caribbean Breeze. Already tested the Fasco. Already tested the View fan. Here's a Victorian that I parted out. Here's a Terra that's just parts. I hate to part out Terras, but it would take a lot to get that running. Here's 3 Kmart originals. Well, I say Kmart originals, they probably didn't come out of a Kmart because they had light kits, but they're that exact version. And I've tested some of those, and I don't know which ones I've tested, so that's why they're just chilling here. 2 Veranda Deluxes in antique brass that are just the motors, so I need to find parts to complete those. And that's it until I go on the shelves. Once I go on the shelves, there's a lot more going on. I don't know why I was thinking the reverse switch would be in the exact same position as the other one. There's no logical reason for that. Should be set to low. I think I did that already. I put these in the living room, then I'm putting 2 of them in there. That would be a lot of fan, but it's exactly the same. A little bit faster in reverse. It's 1,000 in reverse. It's not much faster, but it's 200 on the nose. It was just a hair under 200 before, so I find that interesting. Other one started at 2. I imagine this one will also start at 2. One, 2. Oh, I did not make it in the trash can. I don't think it's going to stop. Seems like it's slower than the other one. That would make sense if there's a slight tolerance difference towards drawing more current. It still seems unlikely to make that big of a difference, but doesn't seem like it's going to stop. There was a time when I would want my fans to have a low speed like this. Like, what I wanted was if somebody saw the fan, they'd think they couldn't tell if it was on or off. It's not going anywhere. Okay. 3. 4. 5, which is when we finally get to a practical low. It's still aesthetic enough for me. Again, my standard for your lowest speed is, can you see the blades? Like could you tell if they were cane or stencil? Could you tell what kind of cane or stencil? You know, Could you tell if it was tight weave versus octagon? Could you tell if it was, you know, which, there's a bunch of different stencil designs, but I don't know how to refer to them. But could you identify? I feel like this is about as slow as you, or as fast as you can get and still call that. Because when you get here, it's getting harder to pick out the individual blades, although again, these speeds are quite incremental. Definitely there at 7, 8, 9. I bet you Pete did use this on an 8, 12, 20. Because I don't see him using it on anything slower than that. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 seems like high, but we still got a ways to go. I showed you that on the other video. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 over like the other one. No. "28 is over." Okay, I do think it's going to be bedroom quiet like the other one. Oh, I sat on a wire. Yeah, I barely hear it. Okay, 0 to high time. I'm gonna go with small inrush like the other one. Yep. Okay, I'm going to back it off to 10 microfarads and leave it on while I do some work out here. And like I said, I don't know what the next video you're going to see is. We could pull out one of these new inbox fans. We could do a workbench project. I could throw that industrial up. Or, you know, you never know when fans will show up around here. So, thanks for watching.